Press your button.
I read that like. No, I didn't. Should we set up the pledge? Do the roll call.
Whatever your pleasure of the board is. The one man person sitting up here right now.
Is she here? Is she with Pentacord?
Oh, that's right, he's not even out here, so I'm assuming probably. Do you want me to go find him? Good morning.
Sir. Do we have Commissioner Vidal yet?
Is that here?
He's not here today.
Is Pentacord with? Oh, there it is.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. But we are on, we are live.
You're right, proclamation day, huh?
Dave's got a lot of reading to do.
You wanna do 4-H?
Is Jackie here?
Yeah, she's here.
Where's Jackie?
Over on this side right here.
There she is. Jackie.
Thank you for the agenda.
You're welcome.
There she is. Hi, Jackie. There she is.
Well, the 16 right here. Good morning, it's Friday, March 1st, 2024. It's my mother's birthday, 85th birthday today. Since she's watching in Michigan, I thought I'd do a shout out and embarrass her a little bit. It is 9:35. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Commissioner Moore,
here.
Commissioner Hung,
Here.
we have a quorum.
Yep. Jeff had an emergency and couldn't make it this morning, so.
Under proclamations, the first one is proclaim March 3rd through the 9th as Ohio 4-H Week in Lorain County, and Jackie Baca, OH 4-H educator, is here.
Hi, Jackie.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Do you want me, I'll read it first, Jackie? and then you
That
can
sounds wonderful. I
comment?
also brought some 4-H volunteers and 4-H youth with me this morning for the proclamation.
Okay, so we'll read it and then you can make the introductions.
Excellent.
In the matter of proclaiming March 3rd to the 9th, 2024 as Ohio 4-H Week in Lorain County, Ohio. Whereas the young people of Ohio and Lorain County are one of our greatest resources. The 4-H program has assisted in the growth and development of Ohio and Lorain County youth for 122 years. 4-H originally began as an organization for farm children. Today, it emphasizes leadership development, civic engagement, healthy living, STEM skills, career awareness, and workforce development, empowering Ohio's youth with the skills to lead for a lifetime. Whereas 4-H alumni are 10% more likely to have a college degree, 4 times more likely to give back to their communities, and 2 times more likely to make healthier choices than their counterparts who were not in 4-H. Whereas 4-H encourages young people and adults to become involved in educational programs offered by 4-H in Lorain County through Ohio State University Extension and Ohio College of Food, Agricultural, and Environmental Sciences. Therefore, Ohioans enjoy seeing many and varied 4-H projects from livestock and fine arts to photography and computer science. Each year, there are county fairs and the Ohio State Fairs. Now, therefore, we at the Board of Commissioners of Lorain County do declare and proclaim the week of March 3rd to the 9th, 2024 to be Ohio 4-H Week and urge all our citizens to, in accordance, this observation, the attention and importance which it is so rightly entitled.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Commissioners. We really appreciate your support of our 4-H program. I'm Jackie Baca. I'm the 4-H educator here in Lorain County, and I provide the overall leadership for our county program. Today, for our proclamation, I brought with me several of our 4-H volunteers and some of our 4-H youth. So I'd love to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves. Some of them have a little message of some upcoming events that we have going on. And I'd asked our youth to kind of share with them their favorite 4-H project as well. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to them.
Thank you for having us today. My name is Rebecca Rowland, and I am currently the president of Lorain County 4-H Advisory. I have been a advisor for going on 7 years, and I also am a 10-year alumni 4-H member myself. On March 7th, we have an open house that is going to be at Lorain County JVS. It's going to be from 6 to 8. This year, we are focusing on tables of projects. So our main goal was to get projects out to the community, that it's not just a livestock, that there is FCS projects, which are like our sewing, baking, woodworking, beekeeping projects, out to our new families that may be coming through there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Melanie Browd. I'm also a 10-year alumni of 4-H and an active 4-H leader for the Rochester Winning Workers. I've been a leader for 6 years now, and I'm also on the advisory committee. And we brought today Wyatt Browd.
Good morning.
Morning. My name is Wyatt Brown. I'm currently attending the Lorain County JVS as a freshman. I'm on FFA. I've been doing 4-H for the last 8 years. I've been showing pigs. It's been great. I've learned a lot. Get better every year. I'm a teen ambassador this year, so it's going well.
Oh, congrats. Good.
Thank you.
We
Oh,
always
and-
appreciate when you send us the letters with the pictures.
And I'm a second-year junior fair board assistant.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll be the. Okay, you don't have to.
Good morning. My name is Kimberly J. John. I am a 10-year 4-H alumni from Lorain County. I have the majority of the youth representation here today. I have a Clover Bud, a first-year regular member, and a second-year regular member. 4-H has been impactful not only in my life, but in my children's life, and I would like to personally thank all of you for your support.
Okay, well, thank you. You guys want to get a picture with us, Kevin?
Jackie, do you have a dinner coming up? Oh, can you give that shameless plug, please?
We do. We have our annual 4-H endowment fundraiser dinner and silent auction, and that is going to be April 6th, a Saturday at German's Villa. So anybody interested in tickets, they, I believe, are $25 a piece, can come to our 4-H office in the Ag Center located on 42110 Russia Road, and you can purchase your tickets there. You can also get on our website at lorain.osu.edu and get additional information there as well.
And the phone number?
You're going to ask me to get my phone number now.
You did it flawlessly. But that was very good.
Yep, so, and the phone number is also available on that website. Unfortunately, I am not going to be able to give it.
There we go.
What- Yeah.
Can you take a picture with your
Do you guys want a photo?
Oh, never mind, Matt's coming up.
Matt?
Matt is coming up.
Right on the X right here.
Here, you guys want to hold on to that for me and show it? Here. You want to help out? Oh, that's okay. Okay.
Camera shy. There we go.
Did you need a picture of that or anything, Teresa?
I think John took a picture of it, I hope. If not, I'll ask Jackie to send it to me. Thank you. As well as other names, Jackie. Can you send me an email when you get back? Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Our next little presentation is somebody who's very humble, doesn't really want us to do this, but we're doing it anyway. So they'll, Peter P.J. Newbert, certificate of recognition, recognizing Peter P.J. Newbert, Lorain County Adult Probation Officer, as the 2023 recipient of the George W. Farmer Award granted by the Ohio Chief Probation Officers Association. Your significant contributions and leadership to community corrections and community policy initiatives have resulted in strengthening relationships with law enforcement agencies. You have worked to build probation officer effectiveness through safe and innovative field training, and Lorain County thanks you for your service. I've heard several positive stories about how you go out and if a family's in need, out of your own pocket, you take care of a lot of needs that just doesn't get recognized. So I'm very honored to be able to do for this board to be able to recognize your service, and we appreciate that. If you don't mind coming up, and I don't know if Sherry wanted to come up too. Yeah, you go if you want to say a few words. I don't know, Dan, was it his sister was trying to embarrass him, or no? Was it? So, go ahead, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Been with Lorain County for 26 years. I'm very proud to say that the probation department makes an impact, and I'm hoping to complete my career here after 32 years, and I've had nothing but positive experiences. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we're lucky to have you, sir. Do you mind getting a photo? Okay. As long as we're not fidgeting, I guess, all right? So.
That was
I don't know if
short and
Sherry wanted-
sweet.
I don't know if Sherry wanted to come over or not, but.
You're in the excerpt.
Oh, back here. Oh, okay.
Is there really an X on the floor?
One of these days, you're gonna put X on the floor here.
No, I was gonna say.
All right.
Wrong way.
Did you guys? No, just that one.
Did Joe Ellen and then want him in?
You guys want to get on this too, or no?
Yeah, I think the staff wants
Yeah, I
to take a
think they
picture.
should.
No, the staff.
Yeah, yeah, come on up. Redo. No, that's okay, you guys are.
Out of the picture.
Everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, he should be holding it. Yeah, there we go. No, no, I'm just-
Squeeze in. There you go.
Congratulations.
Perfect. Okay. Under resolutions, number 1, investments.
These are today's investments. Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Number 2, appropriations.
These are today's appropriations. Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Number 3, transfers.
These are today's transfers. Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion.
Well done, Casey.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Number 4, advances repayment. There were none. Number 5, requisitions.
This is page 1 of 2. Any questions? If not, page 2, please. Move to approve pages 1 and 2.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Number 6, travel.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Number 7, bills.
3 pages today. Page 2, please. Page 3. Move to approve pages 1, 2, and 3.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Number 8, commissioners may recess in executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of public employee or official, along with any other matters as specifically identified by motion in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22G 1 through 8. Unless expressly stated otherwise during executive session, matters discussed in executive session are designated by the county commissioners as confidential. Because the confidentiality of such matters is necessary for the proper conduct of government business, any disclosure outside of executive session is prohibited by Ohio Revised Code 102.03B. While in executive session, the county commissioners may discuss and deliberate on the matters at issue, but no votes may be taken until open session resumes.
Move to approve the personnel summary sheet.
No, second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
C, public comment on agenda items.
Yeah, we have item number 13. Michael Sherman, wish to have a comment on number 13, community development. Good morning.
Morning, Commissioners. Mike Sherman, Eaton Township. Just had a question on clarification on number 13. I read with interest regarding the contract for the Haven Center expansion and change orders in the amount of $474,508. I guess just if you could clarify for me or educate me, was this scope of work included in the base contract or bid out as an alternate? I mean, that's pretty hefty change order for primarily for the elevator and for the shell space bid out. And if it wasn't included in the original scope, this amount of money, I think, exceeds the threshold for public bidding. So why wasn't this bid out separately or not included in the original base bid or as an alternate? And I guess if it was an alternate, apparently it wasn't accepted with the base bid. I'm just asking for a clarification and education on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I saw the Karen kind of push the microphone back to Drake, so. Do you guys need more time to review this, or can you handle the question today, or would you like to table it and come back to it and do some research?
I see the esteemed
I see
Mr.
everybody's all
Poco's
shaking
here.
heads and nodding right now, so let's,
Good morning, Commissioners.
morning, Drake.
I have asked Ron Coco, who is the project manager on that project, and also a principal at Clark and Post Architects, to actually respond to that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mike. Well, I think, Ron, you were planning to come up here later, but you're up here sooner rather than later.
It's okay. Ron Coco, Clark and Post Architects, 6125 South Broadway. We're the project architects for the Haven Center homeless shelter expansion in Lorain. That project was bid out late last year. There was a bid alternate for the elevator equipment, and there was a plans for a shell space for future expansion of additional dormitory rooms. And that was originally set up to bid It was shown on the plans. It was an alternate, and we withdrew that just because of budget. There was some uncertainty about funding. So the contract was awarded. Some additional funds became available for the project. The elevator alternate was accepted, and that was issued in the first change order. And then with the low bidder, we solicited his number for the build-out, and we reviewed those costs, and those seemed acceptable and in line with what we had estimated. So a second change order was issued for the build-out of the shell space that we had in the expansion. That build-out allows for 28 more beds in the facility, which is an increase of 78% of occupancy in the building. So I don't know if that answers your question, Mike, but.
Can I come back up?
Yeah, come on.
Mr. President?
Vice President, whatever.
President Pro Tem, or you're in the middle chair, so.
Whatever, okay.
Thank you, and Ron, thank you. So if I understand correctly, the elevator portion was an addendum to the original contract,
No, well, it was bid out as an alternate.
or as an alternate, I'm sorry, and you didn't accept it at that time due to funds.
Correct.
But that's the number you used for the elevator build-out from that contractor,
For the equipment.
for the equipment. But the shell build-out was not accepted as an alternate,
Correct.
and the only solicitation was to the original contractor?
Correct.
That did not go out for bid.
Correct.
I guess my question is why? That number exceeds the $250,000 threshold.
It was,
I guess my question, the only number solicited was from the original contractor, correct? It did not go out for bid.
correct.
Oh, how much was it, Ron? You were starting to say something.
Correct.
Oh. Okay.
But it was after the contract was awarded.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any
Thanks, Ron.
questions?
Anything else? Are you good with it? Is your mic on, Drake?
Yeah, my mic's on.
Can you hit it? It don't sound like it is. That's on.
That's all right.
Drake's just a quiet. He's just a
Quiet
quiet
guy.
guy. Oh, he's counting down his days.
Okay, is there any old business? No. Board business, approve and waive the reading in the County Commissioners meeting minutes of February 27th of 2024.
Move to waive. Oh, move to approve and waive the reading of the minutes.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore. Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
10, adjust the salary of the magistrate Richard Swartz, Elyria Municipal Court, effective retroactive to February 25th, 2024, which reflects the county's 2/5 share. His new biweekly rate will be $1,692.31.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
11, enter in a grant agreement with State of Ohio Department of Development in the amount of $250,000 for a state energy program grant to be used for the energy conservation and facility improvement measures at the county administration building.
Move to approve.
Discussion.
Karen, do you have anything you want to add on this one? I think you worked on this one.
Good morning, Commissioners. I will add that this project, the total cost of this project ranges from $788,000 to $917,000. The $250,000 would go towards our costs for that, but there would still be a county investment as well. The improvements do have a simple payback of between, say, 8 to 13 years. So the idea is when you do these energy conservation projects, is that you reap some savings based on the fixtures or the devices that you're replacing. So it just takes a little bit of time, but we would recoup our monies.
Mr. President, I know you guys are always working, the team is always working. I'm just curious how long this one was in the pipeline, and did you apply for this one, Karen, or did it come from one of the consultants that we hired to apply for grants?
This one was actually one that we applied for. There's always grants, I shouldn't say always, but there's usually grants available for this type of project. And we submitted projects for multiple buildings, but this was the one that they selected. Originally, I thought we were able to get multiple $250,000, but I guess, that we had to pick one. So we did focus on the admin building. It's one of our older buildings. It's one of our larger buildings. And we'll get a lot of benefit just by the LED lighting portion of it. And that's basically where most of our savings is going to come from. So we'll be able to have time clocks in our public hallways, so the lights could go off at a certain time, come on at a certain time. Also, some lighting controls for the parking garage as well, so that the lights aren't on full bore all night long. So it'll give us a little bit of savings that way as well, and in our stairwells.
And I don't mean to hold you to an exact date, but thereabouts, just so the public understands how long this process takes start to finish. When about did you start applying for the grant? You don't have to know exactly the date.
Right. I'm going to say probably the fall of the year, maybe September.
Okay.
So, you submit your projects, and then they review them, and when the funds become available, that's when they start pushing out that you've received your funding.
Well, thank you for the work on that.
Yeah, so, and the rest of the process is basically, we prepare the bid package, we go out to bid. That can take up to 60 to 90 days before we actually get a contractor in place.
Okay, thank you.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Under 911, 12, approve the agreement by and between the Lorain County Board of Commissioners and 911 Agency and the Fraternal Order of Police Ohio Labor Council, serve case number 2023 MED 090783, effective until December 31st of 2026.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Community Development 13, approve change order 1, 2, and 3 for a contract with North Coast Design Build LLC, Sheffield Lake, for the Haven Center expansion project in Lorain. That would increase this total contract amount to $3,012,893, right? Yeah. These change orders were to furnish and install an elevator in the amount of $106,483, built out of the unfinished shelf space in the amount of $366,325, and hold down clips on all ACT tile in the amount of $1,700. Said payments will be paid from the additional matching funds provided by Neighborhood Alliance.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
14, accept program year 23 Community Housing Impact and Preservation Program lead abatement program funds from the State of Ohio Department of Development in the amount of $45,000. State is providing the grant funds for rehabilitation assistance, including lead safe renovations, lead abatement, and lead mitigation activities to assist up to 3 eligible households on the CHIP LAP Program 23.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Stormwater Management 15, enter an agreement with the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation to obtain a grant in the amount of $1 million to be used towards the water quality projects on the Gerber project in Eden Township.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
Yes. Lynn, I'm excited about this one. This is 3 years in the making, so do you want to give us a little overview? There's no Don here, so you're getting put on the spot.
She's the Don.
You are done.
Yes. This is the close to $4.5 million project, and
She doesn't
we're
mind
getting,
coming up to the microphone.
we're getting closer and closer to having it fully funded, and if you want to just give us a brief overview.
A very brief overview, because we've got one more piece of this puzzle to go. So
do.
far we've received the H2 Ohio grant for $1 million. This is the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation grant, which is much more difficult to obtain because it's very, very competitive, because it's the entire set of Great Lakes. And we've got our private partner that we're not in contract yet, but we do have a memo of understanding, so we're going to work through that. We hope to actually have, design is almost completed, but we're hoping to have shovels in the ground yet this year, hopefully September, October timeframe. And it's only been 3 years for you. I've been working on this project since I started, so it's been 11 years for me.
Yeah, and I apologize, I did make that mistake.
That's okay.
When we started, you and Don brought that to our attention.
Yeah.
And you've been working on it a long
A
time.
long time. So this should hold back roughly almost $3 million worth of flow water. So that's a good thing.
Well, thanks for sticking on this project.
It's my pleasure.
That's what you live for, right?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
It is.
Well, thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming on.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hunt?
Yes.
Under Transit 16, approve and enter a 2-year agreement with City of Overland to provide transportation services effective retroactive to January 2nd of 24 through December 29th of 25. This will include 15 hours of service from Overland to Leary and or Lorain. Overland will provide service for 5 days per week to the residents. City of Overland will provide the county with the local funds in the amount of $29.45 per hour in 24 and $30.18 per hour in 25 to be used by Lorain County Transit as a match to an equal amount of grant funds in order to support this service, plus a $50 monthly fee to cover administrative expenses. There will be no county general fund dollars to be used for this service. Payments will be made to First Transit for providing operations and maintenance from contractual purchase services and vehicle repair maintenance accounts.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Under the Airport 17, enter in a grant contract with the Ohio Department of Transportation Office of Aviation for fiscal year 24, Ohio Airport matching grants for general aviation airports in the amount of $3,156 for the Rehabilitation Reconstruct Segment Circle Phase 2 construction project.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Under Developmental Disabilities, 18, amend Resolution 23-465 adopted June 27th of 2023, approving and entering a lease agreement with ViaQuest, Inc., Dublin, Ohio, for lease space to be shared with DD. Amendment is to reflect for the period March 1st of 24 through June 30th of 24. The lease premises has been identified as offices of Area C, D, G, and H, with adjoining restrooms and hallways. Lease space is approximately 10,866 square feet, which includes approximately 1,526 square feet of space to be shared with DD. ViaQuest will pay $4,531.63 per month for the lease space and includes a 90-day cancellation clause.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Under the engineer 19, approve and enter in contract with K.E. McCartney and Associates in the amount of $143,713 to provide construction, administration, and inspection services for the LOR CR 51 0.00 project in Henry and Camden Township. Selection was based on letters of interest from 6 firms that responded to the LPA posting on the Ohio Department of Transportation website, and ODOT has reviewed and prepared the contract. Funding is 80% by ODOT and 20% by OPWC.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
20, approve and enter in a contract with Greenman Peterson, Inc. in the amount of $110,811 to provide construction, administration, and inspection services for the LOR CR 32 0.00 project in Amherst Township. Selection was based on letters of interest received from 5 firms that responded to the LPA posting on Ohio Department of Transportation website, and ODOT has reviewed and prepared the contract. Funding is 80% by ODOT and 20% by OPWC.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
21, award and enter in a contract with Fetchco Excavating in Medina in the amount of $2,162,740.90 for State Route 82 Sewer Extension Phase 1 project. 4 bids were received on February 14th, this being the most responsive, complying with specifications. Work consists of installing nearly 5,100 linear feet, 12-inch sanitary sewer on Royalton Road from Boone Road to the westerly corporation limits of the city of Strongsville. Notice to proceed will be full execution of the contract, and the work will be completed on or before July 30th of 24. Authorize minister to notify the auditor to release retainage at completion of the project, and this will be paid from the engineer project account.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Under the prosecutor, 22, consenting to an agreement between the Lorain County Prosecutor and Carlisle Township for the county prosecutor to serve as the township's law director in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 504.15. This is effective retroactive to January 1st, 24 through December 31st, 24. Carlisle Township will appropriate $15,000 as compensation for such services and will be paid in quarterly installments for up to 150 hours of work performed, and anything over 150 hours will be billed at $100 per hour.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
County Administrator?
Good morning, Commissioners. I have some more news with regards to grant money. So we did receive notification from the Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections that we were identified to receive a capital funding award in the amount of $190,912.18. Those funds, our project that we submitted for funding, is to replace the Omega sprinkler heads at the county correctional facility. Those sprinkler heads were recalled about 20 to 25 years ago. So these funds allow us to replace those sprinkler heads. There is no general fund or matching monies required. That concludes my
Thank you.
report.
Thank you. I remember last year when you were talking about the sprinkler heads. So thank
Just
you,
an
Karen.
update, the 6119, the wastewater regional authority continues to grow. We've actually got we're going to put out a press release with regards to the background, the current project, drivers, and what our project goals are. We recently have met with the city of Lorain because they have actually had some interest in the project. So we met with the mayor and their safety service director over there this past week, and to bring them into the process of the conversation. Talking with Raftelis and AECom, we're going to have to alter somewhat the costs in the process as we go forward and are working through that, because if you include the PQM plant and also the plant that's Black River plant, it does alter the original thought process, not back in 2012, but the alert, because Lorain was not part of it at that point. But since there is an interest there, I've asked Raftelis to give us an additional cost as to if we put them in, how that works. Doesn't change anything, it just gives us some other alternatives to take a look at. But at this point, it would run from Vermillion, Baumhart Road, and it would run down to Russia, come around, and go up Lake Shore Railway into French Creek. If you add Lorain into it, it alters it somewhat. The processing would go to the lake on Baumhart, and then there would be an east side plant, a west side plant, which is what was originally considered back in 2012. So I don't think it's going to be quite a lot of money, but it's something that we ought to at least take a look at.
Well, you had a meeting with the city, and that's what kind of,
yes,
they seemed a little bit more receptive, right?
Correct.
And it's always nice to
No,
see that we don't really need
Mayor
to go that
Bradley
way.
has always
Yeah.
been interested in the project, now
Correct.
bringing in the process of his new team that he's brought in. There's more interest in it, and myself, Don Romanczyk, Corey Timko from North Ridgeville actually met with them for at least a couple hours with regards to what the plans were. The wireless communication system continues to move forward. They're securing land for the towers as we speak. And I said the other day, the state of Ohio is going to asking for $2 million to help us in the process. And I believe that should be approved, but it's not approved at this point. And then notice, probably if you walked into the commissioner's office area this morning, there was some changes being made. Since I've been here in February, I've always felt that it's not inviting in any way whatsoever to when you get off the elevator. There's glass every place. There you walk into what I consider, and you can laugh if you want, the prison cell out there to wait for to come in the rest of us. But it's not really that, but it's kind of a holding area for people. And working with Peggy Smith, who's up in front now, and working with her to that process, it makes more sense to make it more open for all of us, because it tells us that we're open for business, that we're not closed in any way whatsoever. So you're gonna see some changes out there over the next several weeks. And we'll work with Peggy, and we're working on the mailroom and the process up there, because it takes up so much space, and it's not really is the most easiest way to get mail moved around this community. Mailrooms were around 50 years ago, and they're not around now yet. So we're working, Peggy did work at the post office at one time through that process, working with her. She's a great asset to us, and we look forward as a team to working through the fact that you're behind glass and all this other, and making it open and more congenial to the resident that we actually serve. So we will move that process forward. I'm not sure what the cost is going to be at this point. I know Karen is, previous to me coming on board, there were some plans to make some changes on the 4th floor. How that happens, but if we do, it'll come back through the county commissioners for their approval. That completes my report. And quite honestly, the changes, when I walked in this morning, I said, oh my gosh, we did an awful lot of things happened here. It was open, yet we also recognized, because we moved so quickly, we also recognized there were some issues that we were gonna have to address. So if you talk a lot and then you move that quickly, you're making some mistakes. So we're gonna be able to work through this and open it up to us, for all of us. Look forward to working with our team to get it done. That completes my report.
Thanks.
Any thoughts on that, Dave?
We'll wait till more people get in there.
Well, the only thing I'd like to add to, just for the folks out there in the community, there's been work done over the past few years at the prosecutor's office. There's been work done at Tommy Orlando's office at the clerk for the carpeting. There's been work done in the auditor's office that he used his special revenues funds for, and the commissioners used ARPA dollars to make the flow better in the treasurer's office. So like Karen and I were talking, it seems like the commissioners are always last, so we want you to know that we did make sure that other offices and other elected officials were taken care of as well.
Anything else? Tuesday, we will meet at 4:30. We'll have a commissioners meeting, but it'll be for the Got Ditch hearing. And before you go through the board correspondence, I just want to make a notation here. Actually, number 9 should say Columbia Township instead of Carlisle. I have Carlisle's number 5.
Columbia Township?
Yeah, so one's Carlisle, one's Columbia, yes.
Which one?
Number 9 should be the Columbia one. So, board correspondence.
Good eye there.
Move to waive the reading of the board correspondence.
Second.
Discussion.
Do
Commissioner?
you think you'll be ready? When do you think we'll be ready for public hearings on this?
We have the documents ready whenever you guys, you're talking about the wind farms?
Yeah.
We're ready whenever you're ready. It's a
Okay.
question of whether
We have to have 3 public hearings?
I believe you have to have 3, yeah.
Okay.
So whenever you guys are
Take a
ready.
look at the calendar and see when we can, okay. Thanks.
Yep.
That's it.
Is that okay? I will do that. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hahn?
Yes.
Is there any new business? Is there public comment?
Got 2. Chuck, you wanna come, or Ryan, you got up first, you wanna go? Chuck can go first. Oh, okay.
Good morning, Commissioners. Chuck Brookie, Labor's Local 758 Business Manager and North Central Ohio Building Trades President. I'm just here to ask today, who's the prevailing wage coordinator on the New Haven project right now? Is that Karen, is that you on that?
Yes.
Okay, because is everything in order? Because I do want to make a formal complaint to the state wage and hour on that project.
Mr. President? Vice President?
Oh, is that it? Is that what's?
Yeah, my only question is I didn't know if it went through the city or the county for prevailing wage. So I can reach out for a certified payroll and
Okay.
that.
Okay,
So,
thanks.
Thank you.
Can you help me out with that, Karen? Okay, thanks. Morning, Brian.
Good morning. Brian Baker, 49822 Greystone Drive, Brownham Township. On Tuesday, I had an interesting conversation with Commissioner Riddell, and I'm sorry he's not here today, but we discussed prevailing wage, and as we started to discuss it, I think his impression of it is totally different than what the Department of Commerce said. And I know that Ms. Perkins understands it very well. I know Mr. Gross understands it very well. I don't think that you guys understand that there are certain things that have to be in place before the project's allowed to start. It's allowed to go move on. I made copies of the Ohio Department of Commerce, what the responsibilities are for the contractor on the job, because that's who's responsible. They're supposed to get all that information from the prevailing wage coordinator. There's forms in there that I don't think were filled out at the beginning of it. So I made a couple of these copies. I'd like to give them to the clerk when she leaves. I made a copy for all three commissioners and the clerk. But on the one on 13, I think that this is something that needs to be revisited. If you read the prevailing wage or the rules under 4115 of the revised code, under prevailing wage project, which I think it is that correct, Ms. Perkins?
It is Davis-Bacon.
So Davis-Bacon, so it's little Davis-Bacon is the same. Under that project, anything over the threshold of $250,000 must be bid out. That's the rules. I didn't make the rules, but I think we're here to enforce the rules. So I would ask you, I know you approved it already, but I would think that someone really needs to look into it. That's what the state puts out. It's very simple to go to the Department of Commerce. They have all the rules there for you. So with that, I'd say thank you, and I will give these to the clerk for all the commissioners. Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is that it? Just those two?
Yep. We are adjourned. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming in today.
These are for both of you, and then these are all yours. But then this is for, yeah.
That's how it's gonna be all year, you know that? Coming in and campaigning. Sometimes you gotta create it. Sometimes when you're doing a good job, you gotta create it.
Well, but like I said, the bidding,
Goodness.
I would like to know.
Oh, I'm tired.
Blindsided us with a bullshit, but really, we followed everything was right, they gave up his rights to use it, you know, and then see it, they're dancing out, and he had to create another issue to say, wait, I know
I couldn't see it.
I guess I missed it.
They have it right now, so.
I just need to find out.
I don't think it, I honestly don't think it
I was up in the political
Yeah, I don't know
theater, that's all it was.
I don't know that it goes, find out.
Alexandria?
Yep.
Garvin? Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
If it was approved, they're scheduled to start Monday, so.
Yeah.
Did you not see it when we flashed it on the screen, Robert?